are back again for a second video this weekend. The hubby is out fishing and I wanted to do something a little fun. So we're going to do a pick a card reading. When I do readings, I personally use oracle cards. I just connect more to them. And I usually throw in a smoke billet card as a personal oracle card. Now today, I'm not going to do a smoke billet with today's reading, but I will show you what one looks like. And this is one that I did that actually has a few of my spirit guides in it. The first one that's most prominent here is the Colonel, which he is a philosopher guide of mine. He's the one that helps me do these videos and helps me write the content for my classes. And then over here you can kind of see the hat and the face and the cloak. This is Red Feather. He is my protector guide. And then somewhere in here, turn this around here, you have Lily, which Lily is pretty new, so I'm not quite sure what her purpose is at this point, and what exactly we're going to be doing together. And then we have Tink over here, which my joy guide is Tink, and she is very much a fairy energy. She's very, what's the word? Feisty. No, I don't want to use feisty. She's very energetic. So a lot of times when she's working with me, especially if you've seen me in person, I jump and I jitter and I constantly walk around and I'm constantly moving. That's generally because Tink is working with me very closely at that point, and that's just how she is. So those are just a few of my guides that are in here. Another philosopher guide that I do have is Mr. Wu. He's also a newer guide to me. The reason why I have two philosophers right now is because of my seminary studies. So Mr. Wu is one that's probably gonna, he's here for now, but I don't know if he's gonna be a lifelonger or not. I haven't been told that. But anyway, that's what a smoke billet is. And smoke billets are actually incredibly easy to do. And one day I'm probably going to do a video showing you guys how to do it. And I will say that this is one of my favorite things that I learned while I was in seminary. Second to Origins of the Bible. That one was my absolute favorite, and I loved every second of that. But before we get too far into this, I just wanted to take a minute and talk about the difference between tarot and oracle cards. In the end, like everything else, it's about personal preference. You may already know how tarot cards work, or at least what they are, but a tarot deck is a classic deck set of 78 cards that fall under the category of major or minor arcana. From there, the cards are divided into 4 suits: wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. Tarot cards are studied and interpreted by readers primarily to speak to a person's life. Oracle cards, on the other hand, are more free-flowing. An oracle card deck is essentially whatever the creator of the deck wants it to be. They pick how many cards are in it, what sort of imagery it'll use, and what its purpose is supposed to be. There are many different types of oracle decks that come in all shapes, sizes, and functions. As of right now, I only have 2 decks, but my hubby, who we're going to call the White Rabbit, surprised me over the weekend and bought me 2 new ones. So right now, I have the Healing with the Angels deck, which is this deck here. I've had this deck for 5 years, so I'm very adept at working with this one, just because I've had it the longest. So there's that one. And then the other deck I have that he actually just bought me for Christmas this year is Magical Messages from the Fairies, which again is an homage to Tink, but he really did not know that when he purchased this deck. So yeah, it's a very beautiful deck. They got amazing artwork on it, and whoever created this just did a fantastic job with the artwork. I do have the 2 decks that he ordered me that are still not here yet. One of them is a life purpose deck. So I'm looking to possibly learn and start doing readings on life purpose, as well as coupling that with a past life reading. So he also bought me, there's a Phoenix deck that's for past lives. And you guys don't know this about me yet, but the Phoenix is a totem animal for me. I rock the Phoenix energy. I just went through, there's a lot of situations that I've gone through, but I just went through this last one when I had this major spiritual boom that completely burned me to the ground. And I'm going to talk about this at some point, but it burned me down to the ground. And I had to rise from those ashes. So ever since then, the Phoenix has been very personal to me. The basic setup is that they have images and words along with a book that explains ways in which the reader should interpret them. Oracle cards are not like tarot in the way that they are directive tools, so they offer guidance, clarity, and a new perspective, often pointing you towards something that you already know, but you needed an outside viewpoint on. Energetically, Oracle cards hold a lot bigger energy. They give insight into a greater sense of what's going on, but Tarot can provide a more detailed interpretation of whatever the situation is. This doesn't go to say that one is better than the other. It really is about personal preference. I personally prefer Oracle cards. They are much easier to read and require a less focused interpretation of them, which in turn allows spirit to flow easier for me. But again, that's just my personal opinion. So, you know, not everybody agrees on the same thing, and that's fine. If you are interested in learning the art of card reading, I suggest starting out with Oracle cards. They are easier to interpret, and there are no worries about which way the card is facing. With Tarot, you know, if it's facing upside down, it means one thing. If it's facing right side up, it means another. It's very confusing to me, which is why I tend to stick more to Oracle cards. The next part of this that comes into what we're doing today is intuition. Messages from Spirit come individually. So the same card may have one interpretation for you, but may have a different interpretation for someone else. The key here is how you and Spirit work together as to how the card pertains to you personally. And yes, everyone has the ability to communicate with Spirit, but yet again, here we are at another, but that's another video narrative. But today we are going to use the Healing with the Archangels Oracle card deck. And it's the one that I feel most drawn to use today, especially what's going on with the state of our world at this point. There's quite a bit of people out there who need healing, so this was the deck that I was drawn to use. Your job is easy. Just take a few deep breaths as I shuffle and draw the cards. Then once the cards are shown face down, just pick the one that immediately comes to your mind first, be it card A, B, or C. Once we start interpreting, I will flip the cards over so that you guys can see the face. So, just a disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only, so have fun with this. And let's get started. I have already shuffled these. So basically what I do when I do my own readings is I kind of look for cards that pop out of the deck or pop up. And sometimes it takes a while to get this, but the right ones will show at the right time. So let's just, yeah, see how that one just kind of popped up a little bit. So that will be card A. Come on, B. Come on, B. Oh, there it is. There's card B. And C. Can we get a C? Yep, and there's C. So I'm going to cut at this point, and I'm going to take pictures of this so I can insert this into the video. And then we'll come back and I'll interpret these for you. And I'm just going to go ahead and introduce him because he's always in my lap. So you guys may see a cat tail, orange tail pop up. That's my master Clay. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to him. It seems that any time that I do spirit work or work a spirit or doing something spiritually or whatever, Clay is around. So if you see me move him off my lap or whatever, that's what's going on. It's because the master cat has decided that he needs to be involved in this. So this is my big old boy, the master Clay. My husband and I have had him for a really, really long time, and he is very much my baby. So I'm happy to introduce my baby to you. Like I said, you're probably going to see his tail sticking up and all that jazz throughout videos and things like that. So that's my baby. I'm going to go ahead and cut, and I'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll actually interpret the cards for you guys. Okay, so card A. If you picked card A, this is about divine guidance. Trust and follow your intuition. It's God and the angels' ways of speaking to you. You are at this time being divinely guided. The knowingness, visions, or the inner voice are trying to tell you something. Keep an eye out for synchronicities, number sequences like 111, 222, 333, and etc. Themes in music, or even themes in shows that you're watching. Look for things that pop up in unexpected places and ways. It's a huge key as to the messages that are coming through for you. Spirit uses so many ordinary things in this earthly realm to convey messages and guidance. The key is to recognizing when they appear. Okay, card B is all about focus. Think about what you want, not about what you don't want. Guard your thoughts carefully because thoughts create your reality. This is the basis of the law of attraction. If you constantly focus on what you don't want, you're going to end up attracting that to you. It can be hard to flip your script, and it takes time, but you can remove those negative thought patterns and create a life that you want. Negativity changes your vibrational frequency, and that vibrational frequency determines how the universe is going to respond to you. So keep your vibes high, and a more positive experience will come to you. Card C, nature. Spending time in nature is important for you. Even just 5 minutes in a garden, in the woods, or by the water can be incredibly healing for you at this time. The angels are guiding you to spend more time outside in nature, taking time to connect to the beauty and the magic that is all around you. To ground, connect, and uplift you. Take some time, go outside barefoot, connect with the grass, the sand, the dirt, and see light descend from the heavens, swirl into and around your body, energizing it, clearing it. Then see the heaviness of your worries to push out through your feet and into the Mother Earth, where they can be healed. I must say, with this reading, I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but all these cards are connected together and form their own spirit message. See, right now, there is so much worry and fear on this planet. We need to take time to connect with Earth and help her heal, as well as ourselves. And something most of us have already been divinely guided to do. With the fear that is surrounding all of us at this time, we need to focus on the good and not the bad, and try to find that magic that is all around us. So I just thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me again. I hope you guys enjoy this and it was meaningful for you. And as always, never stop questioning, never stop seeking, and never stop growing. I'll see you in the next one.